Before we jump in, let me tell you, number 7 surprises most senior cruisers. It's something people don't think about until it's too late, and it can turn a relaxing vacation into a stressful one. Cruising really is one of the best ways to see the world. Your hotel moves with you, meals are included, and entertainment is right outside your door. But for seniors, there are a few important details that can make or break the entire trip. From unexpected costs to health and safety, mobility, and even the cabin you choose, small decisions add up to a big difference in comfort. In this video, we're breaking down the 10 things every senior should check before booking a cruise. Stick with me, because by the end, you'll know exactly how to save money, avoid headaches, and cruise with total confidence. Number 1, saving money. The true cost of cruising. Start with money because money drives every other decision and determines how relaxed you feel once you're on board. The fare you see in the ad is the invitation, not the full bill you'll pay by disembarkation. Most cruise lines add daily service charges per person, which quietly inflate the total. Internet usually isn't free, and if you're planning to message family, check a health portal, or look up maps ashore, you'll want a plan that actually works at sea. Email-only tiers are cheaper, while video-friendly plans cost more. Drink packages look tempting, but do the math honestly. They can be great value if you'll enjoy multiple coffees, bottled waters, and soft drinks daily, and not so great if you mostly sip tea and tap water. Shore excursions multiply quickly. One gentle panoramic coach tour feels inexpensive, but 3 ports for 2 people add hundreds to the final tally. Even the photo package, a specialty dinner, and a few scoops of gelato contribute to the creep. Have you ever been surprised by extras on a cruise bill? What fee or add-on caught you off guard? Tell me in the comments. The solution isn't to cut joy, it's to budget joy up front. Write down what you truly want. Basic Wi-Fi, 1 specialty restaurant, 2 easy excursions, a small photo package. Then compare cruise lines apples to apples, because some bundle tips, drinks, and internet at a higher fare, while others separate everything to advertise a lower headline price. Ask about senior, military, or loyalty discounts. Travel during spring or fall shoulder seasons to reduce both fares and crowds. Decide now how you'll handle spending on board, maybe a daily envelope, maybe a prepaid onboard credit, so that when the last night arrives, you're nodding at a statement that matches your plan instead of blinking at surprises. Casual bump. Don't scroll. Next up is the one protection that keeps little hiccups from becoming big, expensive problems. Number 2, travel insurance. Your safety net at sea. Insurance is the quiet seatbelt for your cruise. Shipboard medical centers charge out of pocket. Medicare generally doesn't cover care outside the US. And the most expensive moments at sea are the ones you never plan for. A slip near the pool that tweaks a hip, chest discomfort far from a major port, a sudden need to fly home because a loved one is ill. The right policy is simple and specific. It covers pre-existing conditions when purchased quickly after your deposit. It includes medical care, hospitalization, and emergency evacuation, because helicopter rides are breathtakingly pricey and not the kind of breathtaking you want on vacation. It adds trip cancellation and interruption, because life happens on land even while you're at sea. Read exclusions with the same care you give the coverages. If you're considering a small boat tour, a short snorkel, or a tram ride up a hillside, make sure none of that is quietly carved out. Print the policy number, the 24-hour phone line, and your medication list on one sheet and tuck it into your carry-on. Buying insurance isn't a pessimistic act. It's permission to relax without a little voice in the back of your mind calculating what a problem might cost. Casual bump. Stay with me. Right after this, we'll cover what the ship's doctor can do brilliantly and where you'll want a bit of backup planning. Number 3, onboard medical care. Prepared, not panicked. Cruise infirmaries are very good at the most common problems, and knowing that makes the whole week feel safer. They treat seasickness, dehydration, minor cuts and bumps. They can administer intravenous fluids, offer basic medications, run routine labs, and coordinate with hospitals ashore when needed. What they aren't is a full hospital. Dialysis is rare, advanced cardiac procedures happen ashore, and even when an X-ray machine is available, definitive care still requires a port. What's the one health item you never cruise without? Extra meds, a CPAP setup, a printed one-page health summary? Share yours below to help other seniors prep smarter. Preparation is comforting, not complicated. Pack at least a week of extra medication beyond your itinerary in original labeled bottles in your carry-on, not in checked luggage that can be delayed. Bring a one-page summary of your conditions, allergies, and prescriptions. If you use a CPAP, pack an extension cord and a mask you know fits comfortably. If you have a pacemaker or other device, carry the manufacturer card. If you're on a new medication, ask your doctor for a travel note. These tiny steps turn a potential scramble into an organized, calm moment if help is ever needed. Think of the medical center as a competent urgent care clinic on the ocean. It's there to stabilize, comfort, and coordinate, and it does that job well when you arrive with your information ready. Casual bump. Up next, let's save your steps so you can spend your energy on sunsets, shows, and the good stuff. Number 4, mobility and accessibility. Spend steps where they matter. Ships are delightful small cities, and like cities, they involve distance. Hallways can stretch like runways, theaters sit several decks from dining rooms, and elevators get busy at peak times. Mobility planning isn't about limiting your fun, it's about making the ship feel smaller and friendlier to your body. If you need or prefer it, request an accessible stateroom when you book. These have wider doors, no lip showers with fold-down benches, and grab bars placed where you actually need them. They sell out fast, so call early. If you walk independently but appreciate help, a cabin near the elevator bank can save hundreds of steps a day and keep your stamina focused on activities you enjoy. If you use a scooter or wheelchair, ask about size and charging policies. Many lines prefer scooters to be stored inside the cabin for safety. Off the ship, read excursion descriptions thoroughly. Panoramic usually means coach-based sightseeing with photo stops, while moderate can involve uneven terrain, stairs, and standing in sun. Ask simple, practical questions. How many stairs are there? How long between restroom breaks? Is the coach air-conditioned? A 5-minute conversation now prevents a tired afternoon later. Remember, energy is the most precious onboard currency. Spend it where it brings you joy and protect it from long, unnecessary treks. Casual bump. Don't go anywhere. The next choice is the one that makes the difference between deep sleep and 6 a.m. wake-ups. Number 5, cabin location. Quiet, stable, and close enough. Your stateroom is your sanctuary, and its location shapes your entire cruise. If you're sensitive to motion, prioritize midship on a lower deck. The center of the vessel is physically more stable, and that steady feel translates into better sleep and calmer days. If you love the pool but dislike noise, avoid cabins directly under open decks where early chair movement or late music can echo. If early nights are your happy place, steer clear of rooms above theaters, below lounges, or beside crew service doors where carts roll and doors click. Look at the deck plan as if you're choosing a home. What's above? What's below? How far to the nearest elevator? And how long to dining? Balconies are lovely for sunrise coffee and quiet afternoon reading. Inside cabins can be perfectly cozy and dark if you want truly restful sleep in a budget-friendly fare. There's no single best cabin. There's only the cabin that best supports how you live for a week. Where do you prefer to sleep on a ship? Midship lower for stability or higher up for the view? Drop your pick in the comments to help others choose. If climbing into bed by 9 makes you smile, prioritize a hushed corridor and a ceiling of staterooms above you rather than a dance floor. If mobility is a concern, pick convenience over absolute silence. A short walk wins night after night. Choose thoughtfully, and your room becomes more than 4 walls. It becomes a reliably peaceful reset button. Casual bump. Coming up. Let's make meals easy and enjoyable without the buffet scramble. Number 6, dining and diet. Easy meals, zero stress. Dining should feel effortless, and with a touch of planning, it will. Most cruise kitchens handle low-sodium, diabetic-friendly, gluten-free, and other special diets with ease when they know in advance. Note your needs during booking, then, on day 1, say hello to the maitre d' and explain clearly. Better yet, hand over a simple printed card listing allergies or restrictions in big, legible letters. Servers appreciate clarity and will route your order correctly. Buffets are fun and flexible, but they can be crowded and slippery at peak times. If balance is a concern or you simply prefer a slower pace, the main dining room is calmer, seated, and attentive. If your medications rely on consistent meal times, choose a dining schedule that fits your rhythm. Traditional early seating is a gift for evening pills and early shows, while flexible dining lets you match hunger and plans on the fly. Hydration sneaks up on people at sea. Salty air and sunshine can leave you dry, so refill a bottle in your cabin and sip often, especially on excursion days. And give yourself permission to enjoy planned treats. A specialty restaurant to celebrate an anniversary, a shared dessert that sparks conversation, because joy lands differently when it's chosen in advance rather than grabbed in a rush. Casual bump. Stick around. The next part is quick, simple, and keeps you steady on your feet. Number 7, safety basics. Habits that disappear into routine. Safety at sea isn't a lecture. It's a handful of small habits that fade into the background after day 2 and quietly protect you all week. Use handrails even when you feel steady. A gentle roll can turn an easy step into a wobble at the exact wrong moment. Wear shoes with grip around wet areas and stairs. Keep one hand free when you're carrying plates or drinks. It's better to make 2 calm trips than 1 risky one. Take the safety drills seriously, find your muster station, and physically walk the route once so your body knows the path if you ever need it. What's your number 1 cruise safety habit? Handrails, shoes with grip, hand washing, or something else? Share it so others can learn from you. Wash your hands before meals and after touching shared surfaces. Sanitizer is helpful, but soap and water are the real heroes. In your cabin, keep the floor clear and plug in a tiny nightlight so midnight trips are safe and simple. Ask crew for help early, balancing a tray, navigating a step, locating a ramp, because their entire job is to make the ship workable for every guest, and they'd rather help cheerfully now than fix something later. Safety isn't about avoiding fun, it's about letting fun happen without interruption from a preventable misstep. Casual bump. Next up, choose the season that feels like it was designed for you. Number 8, timing and weather. Pick the season that loves you back. Timing and weather shape your cruise's personality as much as the ship. Summer in the islands is lively. Families on board, music by the pool, warm evenings on deck. If that energy fits you, it's wonderful. If you prefer hush, shoulder seasons shine. Spring and fall bring gentler temperatures, softer crowds, and often kinder prices. Destinations matter too. Mediterranean stone radiates heat in midsummer and feels perfect in April or October, while Alaska in June is bright and crisp but can be breezy on deck. Consider daylight hours, average temperatures, and your comfort with crowds. Watch the hurricane window in the Caribbean and the storm cycle in the North Atlantic. Ships sail around weather safely, but itinerary changes are more common during active seasons. Pack layers rather than heavy coats, choose footwear with traction for cooler routes, and plan sun protection for warmer ones. The right month makes the difference between tolerating a vacation and loving it. Pick the season that loves you back and everything else feels easier. Casual bump. Don't click away. Excursions are where memories are made, or energy gets drained if you're not strategic. Number 9, shore excursions. Memories that match your pace. Think of excursions as the way you decide what the brochure will look like in your memory. The best ones match your interest in your body on that specific day. Read the full description. Panoramic usually means bus-based sightseeing with photo stops. Moderate often involves uneven ground, stairs, and standing. What's your ideal shore day? Packed with tours or slow and savoring, or even staying on board for a quiet ship? Tell me your style in the comments. Check total duration and walking time. Ask about shade and restroom breaks, and choose group size with your comfort in mind. If a site you love requires more effort than you want that day, see whether there's a shorter or more accessible version of the tour. There's no rule that says you must disembark at every port. Staying on board when everyone else leaves can be bliss. A quiet pool, an empty cafe, a spa appointment at a discount. On days ashore, carry a tiny day kit, sun hat, water, necessary meds, ship's name and pier number on a card, and keep your pace gentle. The point of visiting is not to cover ground. It's to feel present in a place. You'll remember the harbor breeze, the laugh you shared over a pastry, and the musician's melody far more than how many blocks you walked. Casual bump. One more to go. Let's make the social side easy, friendly, and completely on your terms. Number 10. Companionship and social life. As much or as little as you like. Cruises are social by design, but the dial is in your hands. If you enjoy meeting people, the daily program is a buffet of low-pressure options: trivia, lectures, dance classes, card groups, afternoon tea, live music in a lounge before dinner. Show up once and you'll start recognizing faces. Show up twice, and those faces become table mates who save you a seat. If you prefer solitude, the ship offers that too. A balcony at dawn, a quiet corner of the library, a small table by a window where the ocean turns like a slow page. Are you the join everything type or the quiet corner with a book type? And what makes the cruise better for you? Solo travelers can look for meetups or ask the dining team to seat them at a table with others who want conversation. Many lines host mixers specifically to make that easy. Couples and families can agree on a simple daily plan: who's doing what, when to meet, so the day flows without negotiation. The best cruise feels socially right-sized because you chose how much company you wanted each day. Give yourself permission to join in, permission to bow out, and permission to change your mind. Casual bump. Final thoughts coming up. Simple, calm, and confidence building so you can book with a smile. Conclusion. Put it all together, then relax. Now take a breath and rehearse your week in your mind. Walk yourself from elevator to dining room. If that stroll feels long in your imagination, pick a closer cabin now. Picture a rainy port day. If you'd rather stay aboard, plan a spa visit, a movie in the cabin, or a leisurely lunch when others are ashore. Think about your evening pills. Choose dining that supports your schedule rather than fighting it. Imagine sunrise coffee. If that's your joy, a balcony and a small insulated tumbler will turn a simple view into a morning ritual. Most issues at sea are just mismatches between routine and reality. Resolve them in advance and the week glides. Pack like a calm professional, a tiny first aid kit with bandages, blister pads, antihistamines, and pain reliever, a compact umbrella, a cardigan or shawl for cool theaters, a magnet clip for the daily schedule on your cabin wall, a bright luggage tag that stands out, copies of passports, insurance, and medication lists on paper and on your phone. Layer clothes, choose shoes you can happily walk in, and add one outfit that makes you feel quietly special. Then look back at the 10 decisions you've made. You've built a budget that reflects reality and joy. You've added insurance that lets you exhale. You know what the medical center can do and how to help it help you. You've picked a cabin that serves your sleep, balance, and habits. You've arranged dining that respects your health and pace. You've practiced safety habits until they're invisible. You've selected a season that matches your comfort. You've chosen excursions that honor your energy. And you've set a friendly boundary around the social side so it fills you up without wearing you out. That's senior smart cruising. Not doing more, but doing what matters with less friction. It's the week where the bill says exactly what you expected, where your knees thank you for the elevator you chose, where a server greets you by name and already knows your dietary note, where a handrail and a sensible shoe keep you upright when the ship gives a playful sway, where the sun feels like a companion because you chose the month it would. Plan like this, and the ship's roll becomes a lullaby instead of a worry. The days become a string of soft beads you replay on quiet afternoons at home, and the final morning feels exactly right. Long enough to be full, comfortable enough to be restful, and personal enough to be yours.